Hello everyone. I am Andrew Dornan of Doorman Net Productions, and today is a new episode of Games and Talk. The footage you are seeing here today is actually some footage I took of me trying out some of the Van sovereignty stuff. I've got to say that when it comes to the three different factions of PlanetSide 2, choosing Van is definitely. I want to. Part of me wants to say it's the best if you want to go infiltrator, because um, with Terran Republic and the what is it? Is it the CS? The blue and yellow guys. It's been a good while since I played PlanetSide 2. This footage was recorded a long time ago. But yeah, the Van Sovereignty, like right off the bat, you get a semi-automatic sniper rifle, whereas the other two factions, you get a bolt action rifle. So that kind of gives it some points. But yeah, so where has Games and Talk been? Well, when I released episode 3, I wasn't too sure like where I could release another episode because I kind of released it in the middle of the month. So I just kind of waited for the month to end. That was in April, and then May came around. May was super busy. I had a mini semester that was only 3 weeks long, and then I had a trip that I think third week in May. So I had to get a lot of the homework done. So while I was getting ready for the trip, I was also doing a lot of homework. I got that class done in about 9 days total. That's like 7 days before the trip. And then there's 2 assignments and 2 exams after the trip. And I just decided to wait until I got back from the trip, because otherwise I would have just been like, I'm drowning in homework kind of thing. Also, you may have noticed that there's an echo. I haven't found a room where I could like easily set all of my stuff up that didn't have an echo. And I should state why there's an echo. I'm in my sister's house recording this, and this is actually how it's going to be for a couple of episodes of Lego Star Wars, which is going up on my personal Let's Play channel. I am house sitting for her. So just taking care of the cat and make sure that the house isn't a mess, all that fun stuff. So I came here, let's see, I'm recording this on Thursday, the 1st of June. So yesterday afternoon, and just been here since. Basically, I'm just going to be like staying here, and while I'm here, figured I'd take the opportunity to get videos done, get personal Let's Plays done, and also get Games and Talk recorded, and then also get vlogs edited, because vlogs are about like a month-ish behind, so I just kind of want to get as much of that done off the bat, and probably get some Halo Reach edited, because the next episode comes out on the 4th of June, and that's the last one I have edited, and so I just need to edit the rest of them and get those uploaded as well. So that's been this whole like day, week, month set of time. Words don't make sense. But yeah, so that's been that whole month in a nutshell. Also, let's see what else. Oh yes, this I was supposed to say this Friday, but it's actually tomorrow. Well, it's both actually. Tomorrow, I'm actually taking a. Tomorrow is the day after I'm recording this. I'm heading back down to Lake Jackson briefly, just for like the day, because Ken and I are going to write some more of Tenkai Knights: Rise of the Knights Abridged, which is like this introductory movie kind of thing for the Tenkai Knight show. Although we didn't actually get the show, I don't think so. it is possible that it just aired on television and we never got a DVD release. But it's definitely really weird. If you actually go to the Tenkai Nights website and you click on show, and then there's a link to take you to their page on Cartoon Network, if you follow that link, it gives you a 404 error. Because I just don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's a little weird, and then it also gets weirder how it's like the rest of the world got the rest of the Tenkai Nights show, but we didn't get anything past Rise of the Knights. I don't know. I have no idea how that managed to work out, but it did. So that's disappointing to say the least. So let's see other things that have been going on. Well, first of all, my keyboard's like really dirty. It's gross. Oh, well, last night there was a pretty big thunderstorm, so that was kind of interesting. It's kind of glad that I was up here instead of like at home because my dog would have gone crazy. I'm pretty sure it reached there. It's kind of hard to tell because like sometimes, a really big storm will happen here, and then like it looks like it's going down south, but then it never actually does, and you're like, well, okay then. But yeah, this little kitty cat, he's taking a nap now. I don't know how he can sleep through my loud voice, which is equally amplified by this echoey room. But there he is, just taking a nap. I would pet him, but he'd probably attack my finger. I'm pretty fond of my finger. So yeah, that's how that's been. I've also been playing Star Wars Battlefront. That's basically been the number one game that I've been playing because I got it installed on my dad's computer, and I've just been playing it every chance I get. And right now I'm on rank 12, which is pretty impressive for me. Because when it comes to online multiplayer games, I'm pretty terrible. So just being able to get up to rank 12 and being like, yes. But yeah, there have definitely been some issues with like the anti-cheat system. Like, I have seen a few hackers in the game, but like, but like when I see them, it's like, I'm not really sure if they're hacking. I have my suspicions, but I don't really mind that much. I mean, it's kind of like the anti-cheat system is kind of wonky, but I haven't been affected by it, so I'm not too totally concerned at the moment. But yeah, I was playing one multiplayer match, and there was one guy, and I have no idea what he was doing because I could never see him. But at one point, the game was just like, yeah, we banned him, and I was like, oh, okay. Well then, he must have actually done something horrible. So, yeah. Also, a while back, I think about a year ago today, maybe, a friend of mine gave me his copy of Demon Souls for the PlayStation 3 because he just absolutely hated it. He hates all the Souls games, but that's understandable. So he was just like, here, you have it for free. And I was like, all right, cool. And so last night, I popped it into my brother-in-law's PlayStation 3, and I actually played a little bit of it, and I made like the weirdest looking characters great. I don't have a means of recording the PS3 because I don't have like something that records HDMI, like a Hamachi, or not Hamachi, what is it called? An Elgato or a Hapage. That's what those are called. Hamachi. So, as far as let's talk about future projects for a second. Currently, let's start with current projects. Currently, there are a few things going on Doorman Net Productions, a few Let's Plays. We've got Undertale, hosted by Cannon and Daniel, and then we've got Pokemon Leaf Green, which is just Daniel, and then we have Half-Life 2, which is just me. So that's definitely Yeah. So we've got those three Let's Plays. As far as like I'm not sure what their plans are for more stuff, but me personally, after I get done with Half-Life 2, I think that's gonna be it for like my solo stuff for the channel. Just because, like, when I say my solo stuff, I mean like Let's Plays, like not like games and talk one end, but like as far as Let's Plays that I do on my own, those will go on my personal Let's Play channel and not Doorman Net Productions. Just because I feel like, because it's like I started up that personal Let's Play channel, just for Let's Plays that are me, and then we've got Doorman Net Productions, which is the collab channel. So yeah, that's kind of how that's gonna work out. Um, Andrew Dornan's What's New is a show that I did for a while. I would like to bring that back. Um, I would just have to see schedules of like some of my friends, um, and then like that it could be like an all week thing, um, but the thing about Andrew Jordan's What's New is it has to be made like one episode per week at a time, because it relies on news that comes out that Sunday or the previous Saturday. And so, how it used to work in high school was Monday, I would do the research. Tuesday, I would do the quote unquote writing, where I took the main points and I put them down on a piece of paper in like bolded format to be a kind of an outline. Um, and then I ran that by either Hunter or Max to see which one of them wanted to do that episode. And uh, then Wednesday we would record, and then Thursday and Friday I would edit, and on Friday I would make sure that I got that exported so on Saturday I could upload it. And that's kind of how that worked up until I think the later part of the year, where we started getting a lot of projects from the community, and also UIL happened. So we had all that, and then a local elementary school wanted like an advertisement made for them, and like all this stuff. So those were all like really big projects, and that kind of turned the recording studio into just a giant mess of cameras and sound equipment. So I couldn't necessarily, do Andrew Jordan's What's New anymore. And then, I tried doing it like that summer, but then that summer was like, for most of my friends, relatively busy, and like even for myself, like I got a part-time job, and so it's just hard for me to do YouTube in general, and it was just busy, and it couldn't come back. And I was thinking, well, in like the 17, 18 college year, I could bring it back, and that never happened. So probably I wouldn't hold my breath, but um, either this summer or in not the fall of this year. Well, hello. You decided to wake up? No? Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, either the fall of this year or spring 2018 is when I would bring back Andrew Dornan's What's New, and those would come out like once a week, on a Saturday. I think is when I want them to come out, and so that would just be fun to do. I've got a camera and I've got a microphone that like I could hook up to like computer, and then test the difference in the audio between the two. But yeah, let's see. We are coming up at the end. We've got a couple of minutes left. So, and then, oh, Terrible Podcast is something I wanted to talk about that I kind of forgot about momentarily. Terrible Podcast has a structure, more or less, where it's like you have introduction, and then the games we've been playing, and then news, and then host topics or whatever. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, we could change it up to where it doesn't necessarily have a structure. It just kind of, like, we don't adhere to any sort of structure, and then any deviation from it is like, oh no, we deviated from the structure. But I think just kind of like changing up a little bit to where it's just, all three of us, are on the podcast, and we just kind of like talk about what's been going on and stuff like that. Kind of like how, like, I don't know, because when a little backstory about the Terrible Podcast is actually it started as an attempt to do a podcast like during summer, and it was called the Summertime Podcast. And just, that never worked. And so I was thinking about, because it got to a point where it's like, yeah, we could probably do a podcast now. And I was like, well, what name could we give it? And I was running through a bunch of names, and then I came up with the Terrible Podcast, and I was like, that's it. that's the podcast name that I want. So then it became the Terrible Podcast, and then we've got the episodes that we have now. As far as recording episodes, like as far as like recording the podcast goes, we do record them. There's a possibility that we could do it live, but I'm not too sure. If we did it live, then there won't be like that much editing, if any, that's needed when we put it up on YouTube. But for the moment now is just, we just gather around the microphone, and then we go through the structure. But what we could do is we just talk, just like not play any video games, don't play like Magic on it like that one time, and we just kind of like just talk about whatever pops in our mind, like different sorts of topic, like copyright, abridges, this channel, the future, the past, alternate history, just whatever. Kind of like what I do for this, where I just kind of like talk, like whatever's on my mind, that's what I want to talk about. But yeah, where did the cat? Oh, he's over there. I kind of lost track of the cat. I was like, where did he go? But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here because I also want to record some Lego Star Wars and then get all of these vlogs edited. It's about, I think the vlog is just a week over a month, so like 4 or 5 weeks behind, which is not that good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here for discussion. Let's spark a little bit of discussion. Let's you know what, actually, let's put a request out. Do you have any questions that we can answer the next time we record the Terrible Podcast? I'm thinking the next time we'd be able to record, it would just be Cannon and I, and it would be not probably next week or the week after. And I say that as like in relation to when this is recorded, the first. So yeah. Yeah, just leave your questions down below as to what you want us to answer the next time we record the Terrible Podcast, alright? My name is Andrew Doorman of Doorman Net Productions, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.